Hello everyone, and welcome back to Legacy of the Rimlen. We took a couple weeks break because of scheduling and some personal stuff, but we're back and we are ready to continue the adventure. So welcome back to Legacy of the Rimlen Cat Edition, at least so far. Last time cats happened, our favorite animals ever, well, mine at least. But before we get into the details, as usual, let's have our players introduce themselves and their characters, starting apparently with Lady Cat herself, according to the dice. So, Ashen, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and your character?
Meow meow meow. Yes. I'm Ash and I'm playing as Illona, an exiled noblewoman who now apparently turns into a cat at night. That's interesting. So let's see what happens if I destroy some books or if I become a good cat. Who knows?
You have destroyed some books. We've seen what happened.
I should add some more books.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you very, very much, Ashen. And speaking of books, Deli, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Deli. I'm playing as Muninn. They're a traveling scholar from Brightland and currently very upset. Some very valuable books were torn up by a very particular cat. But apart from that, they've gone outside to chill for a little bit. I think that's where we left off.
We left off with Muninn going outside. I'm assuming it's to cool off, but it's entirely up to you what Muninn went outside for. We didn't re-establish that. But yeah.
For a cigarette break.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, tobacco is a... Anyway, yeah. Thank you very, very much, Deli. Next, we would have the temporary caretaker of the cat, Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, hi, I'm Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel. And right now he seems to have made friends with the Illona cat, which is much more than much warmer than what he feels for her, Illona herself. So that's kind of funny.
Ouch.
Should we have followed the compel and said that Anghel also has a phobia of cats? I don't know. Just posing a question, I guess.
I don't know. The compel was about Illona, I don't think it...
Fair enough. Illona cat is a different beast, no pun intended.
I think so.
But yeah, thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. So, last time, before the cat stuff happened, our heroes departed New Spring in the company of the noblewoman Ophelia Zarhos, who was herself joined by the company of one geographer, Julius Mirini, missing an arm, and her and their bodyguard, who didn't let our players directly interact with Julius very much. Julius, I did mention that Julius was missing an arm. Anyway, you guys departed New Spring. As you left, you heard wolf howls in the distance, and Anghel almost made a U-turn until Muninn talked him out of it. And as you continue your journey, you pass by a village that was owned by one Miron's cousins. You didn't go in there. You also passed by another village inhabited by slaves, owned by one of Ophelia's political enemies, or more or less what she said. You also did not go there. And then you arrived at this village called Mavruz, and which is owned by, Mavru. And Mavru is Gregory Ducas's brother-in-law, which makes him Ophelia's cousin-in-law. Basically, Mavru and his sister were from a poor background, but they got rich very, very quickly thanks to the sister's marriage to Gregory Ducas, whom I hope you all remember. Ophelia does not like this individual, and she has expressed as much to you guys, but publicly she maintains I'm just like a clueless noblewoman, approach to this fellow. Mavru provided you with lodgings, the house of a person who died like 5 or 10 years ago, where you have been shacking up with Ribob and with Always Thirsty, at least for the night. Also, I forgot to mention, Illona previously stole one of the sister, Adela is the name, but although that has never come up. She stole her journal, and she's been reading it, the Snoopy person that she is. The journal had like a bunch of political intrigue that's kind of hard to summarize, so I would recommend more so reviewing the previous episode. And for the players, if they're curious, I would recommend reading the general chat, I guess. Either way, that's about 1/3 of the journal, so still like 2/3 to go. That was the end portion. Yeah, it was the end portion, so there's still the middle and the beginning portion that might be interesting. Either way, once you guys settled in the middle of the night, Illona, as the playful little cat that she apparently is, decided to play with, I almost made an innuendo, but let's just say Muninn's bag of books, and wrecked one of them. Muninn was very, very mad. A chase happened for a little bit, a search. In the end, Ribob got scared because his culture does not like cats. Always Thirsty continued sleeping, undeterred. Muninn was very, very angry that one of their books, admittedly the least important one, but still one of their books was trashed. Illona Cat was just Illona Cat, and Anghel was left with more as the responsibility of dealing with her. So, we rejoin you guys pretty much where we left off last time, because I'm also curious what's going on through everyone's minds. So, what's happened, where the cliffhanger happened, I guess, and where we're resuming is Muninn thrust Illona Cat into Anghel's arms, then left the house to presumably cool off, but again, it's entirely up to Dely. Anghel was left with Illona Cat, and Illona Cat started sleep purring. I don't know how you would define it. So, while I turn on the background music, I guess what's going on through everyone's mind at the moment, as a sort of warm-up, for lack of a better term, how about we start maybe with Ashen, because I guess Ilona's thoughts may be the simplest to convey out of everyone.
It's warm, it's cozy. She's getting pets right. She's just enjoying life.
Is she getting
This is
pets,
awesome.
Show&Tell?
I think so, yeah. Why not?
She had a thrilling hunt. She's so satisfied. Ripped the book apart. Everything is perfect, man. Perfect. That's where I'm at.
One of the humans you trusted yelled at you, though. That's less than ideal.
I don't think Illona Cat would bother with the past. She's here now. That's all forgotten.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And understandable. Do you guys, Show&Tell and Dely, do you guys have any preferences of who should go next?
No preferences from me.
Maybe it would make sense for Anghel to go next, so we would go kind of further and we started with Illona, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's right there. Not that I know what to say, but basically, I think Anghel is worried. Maybe. I mean, he was pretty startled by, if I remember correctly, by how Muninn reacted.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how, why he's I guess, kind of comforting himself at the same time that he's comforting Illona Cat, I guess, by, patting her. It's also soothing for him. Yeah, I guess he's a little on edge still.
Understandably
He's
so.
calming down a little, I guess.
Understandably so. Understandably so. And I suppose, what about Muninn? What's going on for their mind?
I think at the moment they're really heated. I think I remember last session, like, it's to the point where anyone else might think it would be unreasonably so. Like, and maybe even Muninn recognizes this a little bit. Like, yeah, they've the value knowledge and everything, but like, even this is kind of like a lot, or like quite explosive, even for their like reputation. But then maybe, but at the same time, they're like, well, I mean, of course it is, because I've never had a book this expensive before. Like, and they're just mulling it, like they're like going over it in their head, like constantly, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I think I did mention last time. I don't think this really necessarily matters to Muninn, but the like precious metal bits are intact. It's just the like actual written part that's damaged.
Yeah. If anything, that's what they're mostly annoyed about. When I say expensive, like, yeah, it's expensive, but like Muninn mostly cares about the value that it could bring to them, not like the monetary value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, books in this part of the world, at least. Muninn, where you're from, books are a lot cheaper, but in this part of the world, they're expensive, partly because they're like copied by hand. There isn't really a printer, like a printing press available, like where you're from. And there's also the fact that since they're so rare, they're often like decorated with precious metals to like enhance their worth, so to say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So my question would be, whom shall we resume with? I've garnered everyone's thoughts on the matter. So most of the question is, I guess, would anyone like to do something? Does anyone have like something in mind that they'd like to do? I guess.
For me, I think Illona Cat would be like very relaxed for a while, but soon after that, she would like be in play mode again. She would want to like entertain me. Okay, make me some cat toys. I want to like get out of Anghel's arms and explore a bit.
Anghel do the well before that, because you said that it will take like a little bit of time. What does Anghel do?
Like as soon as she leaves his arms, or before that?
Before that.
I guess he like absolutely like he doesn't even notice it that he keeps on patting her. But I don't think. I mean, how long does it take? I don't know.
Up to Ashen.
I would say like 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
Okay. Very nice. So, 4 minutes. I guess maybe, I don't know. Like, what can you do with a cat in your arms?
Well, I guess the question would be, is Anghel's intention, like, does Anghel want to keep the cat in his arms, or is he intending to, like, set it down somewhere?
I feel like maybe he's worried that, she will cause havoc again or something. So maybe he does think that keeping it in his arms is a good idea right now.
Fair enough. Then, when Illona Cat starts acting up, what does Anghel do?
I guess he gets a little startled, and then she just jumps out of his arms, right?
Up to you.
Yeah,
we can make it like a contested roll if you guys want. Up to you guys.
Well, I'm just gonna jump out if I'm allowed to. Otherwise, I'll put up a fight.
Yeah, it's basically up to Show&Tell if Illona Cat is allowed to jump out, or if I'll ask you all to like oppose, basically. With
maybe because. Oh, sorry.
I finished what I wanted to say.
sorry. Maybe because Anghel is startled, then his first instinct is like kind of to, to try to hold her back from jumping, kind of.
Sure. I think that would be a forceful roll from Anghel. Illona, how would you try to like get out of Anghel's arms? Because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna ask you to roll.
So what I'm thinking is like she's laying there and like in the blink of an eye, basically she's just like, nah, I want to do something else, and jumps.
That would be a quick roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Bam! A 3.
A 6. I hope it doesn't squeeze her to death or something. I was worried about that.
She's passed out.
And also thank you for saying out loud the numbers, because it took me like a couple seconds for them to show up on my screen. Well, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, Anghel chokes the life out of Illona Cat.
You're not?
It's Anghel's roll, Anghel's win. Anghel decides what to do, but keep in mind that Anghel succeeded with style, aka with a 3-point difference. So Anghel like decides, like, is the complete victor here.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess because he didn't mean to do it. So as soon as he realizes, maybe he kind of like decides to put her down anyway.
Really? Oh.
Like, I think maybe he was like, oh shit.
Just like
It's
a
okay.
chokehold on the cat. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh shit. Drops
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And it's like, okay, I'm letting you go. So he puts her down.
Woo. Freedom!
I guess what happens is Illona Cat tries to get out, then Anghel is like almost like a stone wall holding her in place. And does Illona Cat still want to like leave after encountering the stone wall? Up to you.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Illona Cat starts leaving. What do you do,
Okay.
Anghel?
Dude, I wanna find something funny. Is there like any like nice smells in the areas or anything like that's moving funny?
Give me a careful.
Careful it is. I got a 2.
Smell like something is like the faint smell of smoke. Somewhere to like. I don't know if a cat would know like cardinal directions. In a direction, there's the faint smell of smoke. But like you also hear like the chirping. Well, not chirping, but like owls hoot and like various forms of wildlife like express themselves, for lack of a better term.
I think Illona Cat would be more into the wildlife than smoke.
Understandably so. So Illona Cat goes out hunting. Like any preference? Like, are you going for birds in trees or like mice? What's your preference?
I'm feeling mice today, man.
Sure.
Oh shit, then it just leaves completely? Okay.
Adios.
I was like, shit. Not again.
Too late. All the effort you went to catch me last time. For nothing.
Just a question. What happened to Rebob?
He got terrified and then he said he was going back to sleep.
Okay. And Always Thirsty is already asleep, like still sleeping.
He never
right?
woke up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like when you guys leave the house, like whenever, you will hear his loud snoring.
And where are we exactly? In what room are we? Is it one room?
It's the house is not big. It has a main room where like the bed is, and then a hallway, and that's it. The hallway leads to the entrance.
Oh, okay.
And Rebob and Always Thirsty are sleeping in the stable.
Stables or something?
Yeah, stables,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, the correct term would be hen house, but there's no hens anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, so when Illona Cat left, where did she leave through?
there's only one path through the hallway and out the door.
Oh,
Which
okay.
yes would mean she might run into Muninn.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was thinking.
certain death.
So maybe Anghel, sees that she's leaving and he goes after her. But
Sure. And
you
speaking,
can't call her though. That's interesting. Okay, so he goes after her.
and I guess speaking of Muninn, what have they been up to?
I think Muninn has been sitting, or maybe pacing, outside, and they've like, I don't know if Muninn would have any possessions on them particularly, but if they did, they'd like. Could I see where the horse is? Like the horses are?
Probably not because it's dark out, but you would know that they are stabled, for lack of a better term, with Rebob and always thirsty in the hen house. But
Okay.
can I also get a careful from you to see if you notice something?
Yeah. I think it might have something to do with the fire. I got a 3, by the way. Or smoke, not fire.
Yeah, maybe it's just your mind playing tricks on you because you're not feeling like 100%. But do you see like a bright light coming from like the southeast?
Bright lights. Oh, like a fire.
I guess so. I think
Well,
Muninn.
well, don't think like a bright light or like say a point of light or like a flashlight. It's feels like there's multiple bright lights, for lack of a better term.
Oh, interesting. I think Muninn would
Can you guys hear me?
like see that and be curious. And like I said earlier, like if Muninn has the.
Can you guys hear me?
I was going to plan on doing this anyway, but it makes more sense now. If Muninn like has their possessions on them, they would probably like walk towards the stables where the horses are. And if they're uninterrupted, they would like try and find their horse. Like if there was a nearby, like I don't think there would be, but they would try and find their way around without a torch or anything, like any kind of light source. And yeah, like I said, if uninterrupted, I think they would start like packing everything into their horse's satchel or like bags and stuff.
Oh no, we can't hear.
Yeah, we can't.
Oh no! Oh shit! What?
So we can
Huh.
hear you, Deli, but not Turner.
Yeah.
Oh right, I see. I thought I was roboting again for a minute.
Very good.
Yeah, I wasn't checking Discord. Yeah, that makes sense.
Can you guys hear me?
Up
Testing,
to us
testing.
then, huh?
Testing,
Yeah.
testing.
Oh,
Can you
Oh,
hear-
here you are.
Oh, Teeironor.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah.
we
Can you hear me
could
now?
hear you now. We
Yeah.
can't hear you again.
Can you hear me now?
that's so weird. Like the Discord light is lighting up.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
right?
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
now.
Oh. Now you're opening. But like doing something.
Yeah, Discord is being a bitch, but can you hear me? That's, I guess, the most
Now,
important thing.
yes.
Okay, so when you go to the stable / hen house, you find always thirsty snoring very, very loudly, Muninn, and
Nice.
Rebob muttering in a language you do not understand. He seems frightened.
Cat.
Fantastic.
Cat. Muninn would try. Well, they wouldn't try. I think Muninn would like, despite noticing Rebob, they would just like tart and go like like that, and just carry on like as I said before, like attempting to sort of find their horse and like pack their bags and everything.
Sure, except your bag, like the book bag, is still in the house.
Okay. Everything that they have on them for now, in that case, I think they would start putting in the horse's bag.
Sure.
And then they would like, sorry, interrupt me if something is going to happen, but like Muninn would like go to grab one of the horse's like reins to take with them.
Yeah. Guess maybe Rebob would ask, what are you doing?
I'm packing my things.
Are you planning to leave now? In the middle of the night?
I don't know. But I mean I think Muninn would like die and like just walk away.
Rebob will not follow.
Okay.
Meanwhile, as Illona cat starts exiting the house, what's going on like that front?
What?
Like,
Should we? Like, I was wondering.
Go ahead.
No. I was just wondering if we should do a quick or something to see if Anghel even keeps up with her, or I don't know.
It's also up to Illona cat if she's rushing out or just like strolling out.
I don't think she has a hurry. She's just interested in like finding some mice. Like the noises are intriguing her. She's not like rushing out, but she's also not like super slow.
Then Anghel would
Okay.
have no trouble keeping up.
Okay. I just like what. Is he? Maybe if he's like totally keeping up, maybe he's trying to pick her up again. I don't know. I probably wouldn't like that.
Does Illona cat allow this?
Depends on how. Like, what's your strategy?
I don't know. He just kind of walks up to her and tries to grab her.
Well, like, are you like trying to nab her before she gets away, or are you like trying to corner her, or are you just like trying to like casually pick her up? Speaking as like someone who has owned cats.
Yeah, I don't have experience. I think maybe he just kind of tries to pick her up like casually, like.
Yeah, in that case, Illona would allow it. Like, she's fine with that.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
oh, okay, what's this? Right.
I wish Anghel could talk to her.
Mhm.
I mean, you can. Sign to her, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that would work.
I guess. Well, where's Muninn heading now that they've got their horse?
I think Muninn's heading towards the house.
Then you would see Anghel picking up Illona cat.
Are you still struggling? Sorry, I'm very, very rusty. Anghel, are you still struggling with her?
Oh, he's asking him.
Yeah,
Anghel.
yeah.
Like, is that close already? Okay.
Yeah, well, if I say, yeah, you guys see each other, since it's the middle of the night and it's pitch black, yeah, you're close.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Did Muninn like kind of maybe because it's night and didn't even see him, or if he's walking with a horse though, maybe he heard him.
Maybe well, not the galloping, but the clopping and stuff. That's such a weird word, by the way.
Clopping.
Clopping. That's such a strange word.
I never thought of it.
Yeah. Don't make me clop you.
Yeah, I guess then Anghel knew he was coming. I guess.
Yeah.
So he kind of looks up at him, like I guess, kind of. Oh, but Muninn already asked himself.
Can I also get a careful from Anghel to see if he notices something?
Okay, yeah.
And please do say out loud what you get.
3.
Yeah, you also like see some bright lights from like the southeast.
Oh, so maybe Anghel's distracted by that?
Up to you. It's unusual. I'll say that much.
Yeah. So, but like before he answers Muninn, he kind of looks up to, like to the east. He said,
Southeast, yeah. Bottom right.
"The problem with having a cat in your arms is that you can't sign. You can't point at anything.
Yeah.
Maybe he just maybe uses one arm to point, I guess, to show Muninn or something."
Yeah. Muninn would look to the where Anghel is pointing, and they would like squint their eyes and say like, "Oh, so you noticed that too?" I'm glad it's not just me. Who do you think they are?
Anghel likes drugs. I don't know.
Well, I don't like it. I don't particularly like the look of them.
If you guys want, since the previous careful rolls were just to notice it, you can also roll again to like investigate, for lack of a better term.
Okay, let's do that. And
Okay.
And again, please just do say out loud what you get.
a 2.
Would I forgot to ask last time, so it doesn't matter. But I'll ask this time because I remember. Would my stunt apply the sharp eyes one?
Speaking of our conversation before
Yeah,
the
I was
session,
thinking that.
analyzing someone or their surroundings. It's a stretch, but yes, it would apply. Unfortunately, the reason why it's a stretch I can only reveal if you roll sufficiently well.
Okay. I rolled a 4, so +2 is 6.
Oh, okay. Anghel, you're not quite sure what to make of it. Muninn, with your 6, yeah, it's not just like the bright lights. Now you also like feel the faint smell of smoke, which you didn't really necessarily smell before. Illona cat with her super acute sense of smell has already smelled the smoke before, but that's neither here nor there. With a 6, I can also tell you, yeah, that's not like, say, like people approaching, holding torches. That's a fire, and it's far in the distance, like 10 to 20 kilometers in the distance, but a big fire.
Oh, okay. Because that's why, above all, that's why Muninn was saying, "Oh, I don't like the look of them," because that's what they assumed. But yeah, oh my god.
Southeast.
Bottom
So
right.
it's coming from. Yeah. So it's coming from where we came from.
Pretty much.
I think Muninn would say to Anghel, like, it looks like a fire. It doesn't, it looks like a big fire. Like, did you want to investigate?
10 to 20 kilometers in walking in the middle of the night. Debatable if you want to do that.
Let's go!
Yeah. Let's do it!
Yeah!
Is anything, does Anghel have any intrusive thoughts or anything about this or not?
With your role, no. Muninn hasn't communicated anything to you, so Anghel is still confused. So
He said it was a big fire. Okay.
Oh, did Muninn say that? I must have missed it.
I said that, yeah. Or Muninn said that, yeah.
Then yeah, big fire means people need help. Yeah.
Okay. I guess yeah, we have to check out what it is. I don't know how he signs that with one hand. Do we have one hand signing?
Illona cat, you start feeling Muninn and Anghel get like agitated.
I don't think it's enough for her to leave, but she's definitely like, oh shit, what's happening?
Okay. Well, Muninn would like.
Also, the fact that you can smell smoke from like 10 to 20 kilometers away, yeah, it's a big fire.
Yeah. Muninn would offer their horse's reins to Anghel to like hold for a second.
Okay.
Would Anghel accept or?
Sure.
Okay. Anghel's got his hands full. But Muninn would go inside the house and get their like satchel, as long as they're not interrupted, with all their possessions and like books and everything.
Once again, your the satchel, sack, bag, whatever, it's ripped because of Illona.
Yeah.
The whole thing? Wow.
Well, I mean, it's ripped enough for a cat to get inside, so...
Now that's a lot of damage.
Well, Muninn would like huff and sigh, and like get angry again. I think, but like they wouldn't do anything like outwardly at the moment. I think they would just like storm out of the house. And then when they leave the house, they would like take. They would offer to take the reins back from Anghel.
Okay.
If Muninn takes the reins, they would like put everything back in the horse's satchel. Put everything that Muninn has into the horse's bags, and they would say like, "Do you want to get your horse?" to Anghel.
Sure. I guess, yeah, sure. Anghel goes to get his horse.
What are we gonna do with her?
Yeah, right now Angel's carrying her. I don't know. Anghel looks down at her. Does Illona have anything to say?
Holding on to a cat, by the way, even a like lap cat, isn't really easy. I'll say that much.
Okay. So I think Anghel signs if he can with one hand, let her go.
If he can, Anghel's asking if he can let go of. Sorry, I.
Yeah, if he should let her go.
Oh, Muninn would say like, well, I'd stuff her in the bag if I could and throw her down the river.
Anghel kind
I'm
of
so
moves out away
glad you
from
have
Muninn.
me, Anghel. Like, not Muninn. Holy shit.
Angel's kind of moving her away protectively.
You sense hostility from Muninn. You're not sure why.
I'm so happy I'm not there, you know? I'm just happy sticking around with Anghel right now.
Muninn says to Anghel, how do we even know that Illona's gonna like change back?
You've already given up hope.
Didn't we
Above board, yes, the information was the result of clever rolls from both of you. Muninn's mostly. Although, obviously, it is just a hypothesis. You haven't proven it. It's just based on the clever roll, which was pretty good, the like most likely scenario. But obviously, nothing is 100% certain.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, Muninn will say, well, we can't kill her just in...
kill her?
Well, we can't leave her behind, and we can't, Muninn wouldn't say we can't kill her.
Sure.
Muninn would say we can't leave her behind. What if, I don't know, she gets lost, or...
Deli, can I offer you a compel?
Yes.
Your is very distrusting and secretive. Do you still have that aspect, by the way? Because I'm looking at a bit of an older image.
I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome. Your is very distrusting and secretive, related to obviously Illona, but also to an extent to Anghel. You've always been like better off on your own. Maybe you should go alone to like investigate this. If this is you, if like your intent is to like investigate the fire, maybe you should go alone and let Anghel stay behind with Illona.
I will take that compel, because that is probably something Muninn would do without the compel anyway.
Then I shall pass the fate point along to you. Carry
What
on.
does this mean that he... Okay. I guess we'll see.
Well, to like, since I'm the one who compelled it to like establish the parameters, Muninn wants to go alone, and they will insist on going alone. And I would say because they're still peeved off about the books, they really want to go alone.
Yeah.
Like, I was just wondering if he goes, you know, without saying anything, he just goes, you know? Or if he
Oh no
says
no
to
no
Anghel,
no
"I'm
no
going
no
alone."
no. Well, that's up to Dely, entirely up to Dely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have any like specifications on like whether Muninn makes an abrupt decision or talks to Anghel or whatever. It's just that their mind is set on going alone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I think Muninn would like. I think Muninn would like get up on their horse, on their high horse. Hey. Muninn would get up on their horse and say to Anghel, like, "You've got your hands full. Why don't you stay here? I'll sort things out."
Alone? Anghel signs, I guess.
Is het machen, oder?
What?
What did you say?
He's a doer.
Oh. That's what? What language
Never
was
mind.
that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run away.
Yeah.
When Anghel says alone, I think Muninn would like not answer him and just turn their horse to the direction and like yeah and like what is it where you do that, where you get the reins and you like that? I don't know what that's actually called.
I think we got the mental image. I don't know what. To
Yeah.
say.
Anyway, Muninn would do that.
Anghel, Muninn trots off with like a defiant yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Anghel's a little shocked that it's like that happened. I think he has trouble with, you know, the thought that he wouldn't be there to help too, you know?
I would say the intrusive thought is there, but it is just a thought, not like a, you know, push, for lack of a better term.
But the question is what to do with Illona, though. Like, Anghel could try to follow, I guess.
The intrusive thought is also not to abandon your friend. And yes, it is. It is contradictory. Yes.
That's nice.
I think Illona would like start to struggle again. She'd want to hunt some mice.
Also, just a little bit of perspective. It's the dead of night, probably like 1 or 2 a.m. Nobody's awake, so and there's like no light outside. Keep that in mind for travel, because travel is dangerous. I give that makes sense.
That's a good point. Do I have any like torches or anything?
Oh,
We did have a can, right? We had some candle or something at some point.
candle. There
Yeah, you
wasn't.
took it
There
from the
wasn't.
house,
There.
right?
Yeah, there wasn't a house. I don't. Deli, would you have liked to pick up the candle? It will not provide much light, but. As for torches, I don't think you have any, but there are sticks on the ground. You are near a forest that you can.
I remember from last session that like I think Anghel went back into the house and took the candle. Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
to search for Illona. Yeah. Then it's up to Show&Tell what Anghel did with the candle.
I think I actually have an idea as to what Muninn could use as a light source. if they would need to. So Muninn wouldn't pick anything up.
Okay.
And I gasped because I was like, because I just remembered. I think
Ooh.
yeah.
What do you have?
I have a big flaming spear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
You can just make it flame. How does that work?
Kind reminder. Whenever you use the spear, I do need careful rolls to see if you're able to hold on to it.
Okay, that's fine. I guess show and tell, because it's like a magical spear, it can just like set on fire whenever it wants, or whenever I want it to.
Yeah,
maybe?
it's according to your desire or something. Cool.
Yeah.
That's such an like epic visual that you're just riding off into the night with a flaming spear.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Definitely.
Very Dothraki, only it makes sense.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That image could really instill some
Yeah, especially
comfort.
since Muninn is like clad in like a cloak and like almost hiding their face. Yeah.
God damn.
You do paint the image to the untrained eye of like a horseman of the apocalypse or something.
Hell yeah, that's so sick.
That is. It is.
I think as Muninn rode off, I know it's technically retroactive, but maybe as Muninn rode off, it would make sense that they like put their hood up as well. Like,
Sure.
So for a second there, Anka just marvels at the very cool image.
Well,
But
does Muninn activate the spear? Because I will need a careful roll to see if they're able to hold on to it.
probably not just yet. I think they would hold
okay.
on to. I think they would hold on to the spear, but they wouldn't activate it yet. If that's possible.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. It is.
So, what do we do? Is there any? I feel like maybe Anghel like naturally just feels like. Well, I don't know. How much danger does he like? Does it make sense to think that Illona would be in if it leaves her? Like.
Give me a clever, I guess.
Oh my, okay. It's not gonna go well. A 1.
I mean, back at your home village, you did see bear tracks, I guess. Doesn't mean doesn't mean there are bears here, but there is
That's a possibility.
wildlife. And to be fair, with the magical stuff happening, who knows what's in the woods? But you also don't really know.
Okay, so I feel like if because he has like, you know, 2 opposing things that he is kind of nagged to do, maybe he would just try to do both. And just take... I don't know if you can ride a horse with a cat, but...
That would be very difficult.
Anything's possible. Try.
Can I also offer you a compel, and that the compel, if you accept it, would change what you're doing, but obviously you're free to refuse it.
Okay.
Your anxious and distrustful aspect, I would like to compel it, specifically the distrustful part. It's the middle of the night. This whole thing, you're kind of sick of it. You're not really vibing with Muninn, you're not really vibing with Illona at the moment. You just want to go back to bed. And screw the voices in your mind. I'm going back to sleep.
Oh no! That
That's
feels
kind of funny.
like some... I don't know.
It is way past your bedtime. I guess I'll say.
He's only a boy.
But of course you can refuse it. Up to you.
Maybe because he's like annoyed at this point. Is he?
Your choice.
And tired and sleepy. I wonder if it makes sense. I mean, this makes sense, but it's like... yeah, maybe he's like annoyed that Muninn kind of just left him without saying anything, pretty much.
Mhm.
And he has to like,
Yeah, that's part of the rationale I was thinking of, but it's, again, your choice if you accept the compel or not.
I feel like I'm betraying who Anghel is by doing this, but okay.
Sure. Here is another shiny fate point.
Oh wow, I have a lot.
Yeah, that you do. That you do. You tell me what happens, Show&Tell. Illona cat is still in your hands. What happens?
So he just puts her down. And goes to bed.
What does Illona cat do?
Off hunting mice, thank you. That would be awesome.
Can I get sneaky, I guess, to see how well Illona cat does with hunting?
I got a 6.
Oh, okay, yeah. Your hunt is successful, very successful, in fact. Like, up to you, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to do the thing where, like, cats bring a dead mouse as a gift, or are you just enjoying your hunt?
I think I'm just enjoying my hunt. There was a lot this night, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like too much for me.
Yeah, sure. And Anghel has gone to bed. Probably to an extent feeling guilty since the intrusive thoughts are still there, but nevertheless he has, unless is there something else you'd like to do, Show&Tell? That's within the parameters of the compel, obviously.
Yeah. I guess not.
Okay. Muninn, you're riding off, I'm guessing, not like at a casual speed, but like running towards the fire?
Yeah.
Rushing, rather.
Yeah, like galloping rather than the one faster than galloping.
Yeah, sure. I will say Muninn will, for a while at least, will not be disturbed on their journey.
Okay.
So, Anghel, as you do go to sleep, right, Anghel?
Yeah. At least he tries to. Maybe he's not exactly successful.
I think you will be surprisingly successful. Perhaps a bit too successful.
Okay.
And to bring back my favorite, I guess, plot device, you will have a dream.
Oh, okay. Of course.
Of course. And in your dream, you find yourself, to bring another plot device in, where you morph into an animal, more or less, you find yourself soaring over a very turbulent sea. Clearly, a storm is like battering the sea. It's currently day out, for context's sake. And as you swim to shore, your seagull wings bearing you as fast as they can, you...
Wait, I swim or I soar? I'm so confused.
Soar. Did I say swim?
I think maybe I made that up. I don't know. Okay.
If I did, my apologies. I meant soar. Yeah, you soar over this very turbulent sea with the storm beating at your seagull wings. And as you look down, you see a somewhat familiar human face take shape in the water. As the face of Eurymedon, still with a very angry snarl, says, "Don't think I've forgotten about you, little one. Run, flee to shore. There's something waiting there for you."
Okay.
Do you do so?
Does Anghel speak in this dream? As a seagull?
That's a fun question for spoiler reasons, but for the moment, no.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Anghel just, I guess, flies to shore then.
Yeah. Again, it's currently daytime, And as you approach shore, do give me a second, please. Show&Tell, I had a thought about maybe like a fun little thought experiment. Would you like to play a different character for a scene, one that can speak?
Oh, sure. How interesting.
So, your seagull wings, Anghel still sees from like the perspective of the seagull, land you in the middle of this harbor that hopefully you guys can see. You guys can see the harbor, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And they land you right in the proximity of your sister.
Oh, I can see her.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
And I was thinking, Show&Tell, that perhaps you can play the role of Anghel's sister, since you also somewhat know the character.
Okay. Wow. How exciting.
So, for context sake, Anghel still sees everything from the like perspective of the seagull. I don't think Anghel would necessarily feel tempted to fly away, so Anghel would be witness to this scene, I guess.
Okay.
But Show&Tell, you will mostly be playing as Willa, I propose, while Anghel does see what's happening, but doesn't see like Willa's internal thoughts or whatever. Make sense?
Okay, yeah, very cool.
So, Willa, it's been almost a week, well, actually, just about a week since you were taken captive. You have been taken captive by 3 soldiers. Do you see the 3 little icons more to the right?
Yeah.
And you are also in the company of 2 other prisoners that I have kindly asked Ashen and Dely to play.
Ah!
Oh cool.
Oh, okay. There was some preparations. Cool.
I did tell Ashen and Dely not to tell the others about this. Also, fun coincidence. Both Ashen and Dely had the exact same ideas for the prisoners that I had.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Oh.
That's so
Cool.
cool.
So obviously I made some characters up in case Ashen and or Dely weren't willing to play the part. And not only were they willing, but the characters they had matched what I prepared almost to the letter.
That's so cool.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we can have perhaps, if you guys are up to it, a brief scene of the 3 of you. Basically, your captors are nearby, sort of near a fire. It is again day out, but it is a bit cold because of the storm. And your captors are warming themselves near a fire. You actually, Show&Tell, I do have a question. Do you think Willa would be able to speak Ziemi?
That's what I was wondering.
I
We
think
did.
I think she would be able to speak Caramel because Joseph would have taught her.
Yeah. Okay. But then, I mean, Joseph is kind of her. Like he taught her to read and write, right? Too.
Joseph does know Ziemi. It's like when he wanders around training, he does go to that country a lot. So, do you think Willa would have asked Joseph to teach her that?
Maybe a little. I don't know how much time. Like, do you think it makes sense? I don't remember how much time they knew each other.
I think we established like a couple years, I think.
Maybe she knows a little bit. Maybe she knows like basic. Like she asks him to teach her like basic phrasing and stuff, or something like that.
Then, to Willa's right is an old nun, that will be played by Illona. And to Willa's left is a captured soldier who is missing an arm due to the way he was captured. Would you guys like to interact for a little bit? The two other characters are both Ziemi, for context's sake.
Oh.
That's so cool.
So basically, they were captured before Willa?
Yes, definitely before Willa. Do you want like further details on like the chain of events, I guess?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe to know like.
First things first, I think the soldier would have been captured first in battle by the three caramel soldiers that you see to the right. Then later on, the nun would have been captured while the caramel army was going back home. But this is still like in Ziemi lands, so this was still like at least a couple weeks back. Then as the sort of not caravan, but like the army made its way south to go back home, and they passed by Anghel's village. I don't think Willa would know this, but the other two would know that the three soldiers would, for various reasons, be feeling pretty dissatisfied with the small amount of like war booty that they've accomplished. So they would resolve to, hey, let's like kidnap a local and like take them to sell them as a slave to like recoup our losses and for whatever else they'd like to make their money off of. And we more or less established Show&Tell how Willa's capture went, if that makes sense. I will say the two other slaves were probably not present when that happened, so they maybe aren't aware of the violence of it. I will say the soldiers who captured Willa, I don't know what Willa's like mindset is, but they are repeatedly insisting to Willa, look, you're gonna say you're a Ziemi, okay? You're not a Rima, don't rat us out, you're a Ziemi.
Oh, it's a problem for them to, like, if they found out that she's...
I mean, they basically robbed their own country, if that makes sense. There's a difference between like taking a prisoner in war and taking captive like someone that's more or less in your own country.
Damn, okay. So they told her she has to act like a Ziemi, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And threatened her to do that, but obviously it's up to you how you think Willa would interpret those threats.
Okay. Interesting. Like, I think Willa, like, it would make sense that she would realize why they're saying that, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay. So maybe as long as she's in there, like maybe she's playing their game, probably. I mean, right now it's not going to help her to, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, although it's, okay.
I guess an additional bit of context, you all are in the middle of a slave market. The free soldiers have been trying to sell you off for like the past two or 3 days. Nobody has been buying yet.
Okay. Oh, I thought we were in the harbor. Oh, okay. We're not like going to set sail or anything.
You don't know.
Okay.
The free soldiers have been trying to sell you off with no success because few people want an old woman, a cripple, or like someone who seems like very feisty.
Okay, go Willa. Okay, though. So I thought that we were like kind of waiting. So if they're already trying to sell her, I wonder where, like, I'm trying to think what their strategy would be.
It's a slave market, so like the strategy is the same as if you were trying to sell, I don't know, tomatoes. Like, hey, passerby, want to buy our slave? Okay, buy. Hey, passerby, want to buy this one? Okay, no, okay, buy. That's the strategy. Not a very good one. Currently, the free are more or less on break, pretty frustrated with events. but they are keeping a watch.
Has any buyer like come even close to check or something? Like, or were they just not interested at all?
They'd mostly be interested in Willa, but I would also ask, I guess, for your input, Show&Tell. Why do you think they wouldn't, whatever buyer would not want to buy Willa?
I have this thought that maybe, but she has to time it really well. When there are like moments when, you know, maybe the slavers are not the soldiers, I mean, are not paying enough attention, she'll try to tell whoever's coming to buy her that she's Rima. The people are coming to buy her are Rima too?
Mostly caramel,
Yes.
mostly caramel, some Nogi, a handful of Rima, and a few Romi. But mostly caramel, because it's like military.
Okay, and she knows caramel. So maybe she's trying to kind of tell them, you know, I'm Rima, I'm not supposed to be here, something like that. And they back away.
Yeah,
I want to deal with that shit.
Yeah, not because of a sense of justice, but because they don't want the trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously your captors, two of them are Nogi, one of them is caramel, but they all speak caramel. They're not very happy with that.
Yeah, I think she's trying to like say it when they don't pay attention or something. You know, she's trying to like catch the eyes of the buyers and kind of like whisper to them, "Hey, I'm not supposed to be here, like helping or something." And then they leave.
Yeah. Few, probably none of them like would react with compassion. Most of them would react with, okay, I'm not getting involved in that. Maybe a few of them would like react with disgust at you, like the way you would not buy a rotten apple, for instance.
Wow.
Fuck you then.
Slavery is not fun. What can I say?
Deal.
So again, in this small lull, do let me know if the three of you would like to interact in any way. Obviously, I can also move things along, but I'd also like to give you guys the opportunity to like speak up, I guess.
Yeah.
Are we close to each other? Are we like tied or something?
Yeah, you are chained together at the legs.
Oh, okay. We're very close.
Oh dear, my ankles hurt.
Yeah, would we not understand that? Maybe she would understand from the context.
Mostly from the context and from the tone.
Yeah, from the tone.
I think Muninn. I think I would say like we're all tied together, like we're all tied together against our will, like all of our ankles hurt.
I wish I could do something. Oh, but I'm just an old woman.
Oh my god.
Look at those fucking look at those fucking cowards. They have to tie us up here just because they know they can't keep us here if it wasn't for these chains. If I could, I'd fight them in an instant.
If only there was a way.
But that's probably the reason why you're in this situation. Dely's character.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think Dely's character would say. Dely's character would shout or like raise their voice a bit and say like, if I still had my left arm, you fuckers would be like, you wouldn't be sitting there like all relaxed.
I'm guessing you're yelling this in GME. The woman, so of the three soldiers, the one most to the south, I guess, she yells back in caramel, "Shut up, you cripple!"
Oh, there's a woman? Okay, cool.
The one, so there's two men, one woman. The two men are up top, so to say. The one woman is at the bottom, again, so to say.
Okay, cool.
Munin's character. Sorry, Deli. I would say I would. I don't know how to address myself.
You can give names if you want.
Yeah, I was wondering if that.
I have names for the two of you, but I think you. Well, I know Deli, you have a name for yourself. I don't remember if Ashen, if you had a name for your character.
No, I'm interested in what you had though.
The old woman is Mia Pukalina. Mia is the first name. And Deli, would you like to go with your name or my name?
I could like to go with my name, but
Okay.
I'd like to. Would you like to share the name that you had in mind anyway, or?
The name I had in mind is Michal Nowak.
What? What did you say?
Michal Nowak.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Assuming we would have traded names by now, like I ended up calling my character Dragos Andre.
Dragos, what a name. That's cool.
Damn.
Dragos would spit on the ground and say like, oh, "These pathetic worms."
After a little bit, one of the soldiers, this one that I'm moving closer to you guys, Willow, this is the individual who killed your father.
Oh shit.
You'll also, I think Willow would have definitely noticed. He
Noticed?
is, well, I mean, what I mean to say, I didn't.
Oh, Teeironor, I think you might have cut out.
Yeah.
Ah, lovely, lovely.
Oh shit.
Beautiful. Keep talking, you guys, please. But
Damn.
I know,
These
I know you can't
shackles.
In the middle of the sentence.
Yeah. These shackles are cold.
Can you hear me
noticed
now? Can you hear me
Yes!
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Discord as usual. So, Willow, you definitely would have noticed that this guy, who again killed your father, never looks you in the eye for whatever reason, even though he's perfectly willing to look the other two prisoners in the eye. And he's come to give the three of you gruel to eat. But again, he will not meet Willow's gaze while doing so, but he will look at the other two.
That's interesting.
Why won't you look at me, huh? Look at me.
Says nothing.
You're not supposed to be here.
He lets out this sigh and says nothing.
Murderer.
Shut up.
We both know what you did.
Yes. I know. And I'll have to live with it. Hope you go rot in, I don't know, some creepy nobleman's possession. It gives you the gruel. Did you
He
take it?
knocks it.
Oh.
No. How do her arms free to take it?
Yes.
Okay, so she knocks it off. Stupid. Knocks it out of his hand.
He sighs and says, well, no dinner for you.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to buy a thin, starving, slave. Right?
He says nothing, but just
No money for you.
He says nothing, just keeps sighing and hands gruel to the other two.
By the three, I'd rather eat my own shit than have this.
Go ahead. This time he looks you in the eye.
You first. And then, Dragos would spit in his face, or Dragos would try to.
I'm debating whether to have this guy attempt to feed you his
shit.
Oh no!
But I
It's up to
think
you.
I think he'll refrain. I think he'll refrain.
Thank God.
I mean, Willow has something to say about that.
What if
But
Dragos would say what? Oh, sorry, you go.
my question was if you take the gruel or not.
Muninn would not take the gruel. They would try and spit in his face instead, and they would say, "Choke! Like, why don't you choke on me?"
Yeah, what he said.
He says, "I can't understand your stupid language, but if you don't eat, you'll die." Do you think your character would understand caramel?
Maybe little bits, not enough to understand what you just said.
Sure.
Dragos would say like, you foreigners will regret sorry, so much stuttering. Dragos would say you foreigners will regret chaining me up when I set myself free.
Looks at you, blinks, says, and like puts the gruel at your feet, and walks off.
Does he give old Mia?
Yeah,
as well?
that's what I was gonna go on to. Yeah,
Okay.
he would then go to Mia and pass her a plate of gruel as well.
As he hands out the gruel, Mia would take his hand and be like, "It's not too late. You can still
He'll
make
punch you
the
with
right-"
the other hand.
Oh shit! Oh,
Ow.
you pushed old lady! Ow!
What are you doing? Willow shouts.
He pulls out a
Are you
pistol.
trying to get a prize for any of us?
He pulls out a pistol and aims it at you and says, "Shut up, all three of you. I've had enough of this. I just wish we could get rid of you all already."
Good luck with that.
You would pull out a pistol. Why don't you untie us and we'll fight with our fists?
Shut up. Nobody understands what... He storms off.
Where did he punch Mia?
Face.
Is she bleeding, or how's the damage looking?
He didn't intend to kill or hurt. He intended to get you to unhand him. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
I think she would be she would start to pray. She would start to mumble a prayer to herself.
Are you okay? Willa asks her.
Yes, dear. I think.
I'm not sure. She asked in caramel. So, I don't know if she understood or not.
Would an old nun understand caramel? Debatable.
You would be the judge of that. I have no clue what nuns understand.
Or maybe she could ask in Tammy, actually. Okay. Maybe okay, something she would know.
Yeah, Willow would know. Regarding Mia, Ashen, do you think Mia would have been a well-traveled person?
I don't think so, no.
Then she would not understand caramel.
So maybe she asked in caramel at first, and then when Mia didn't reply or didn't something, then she would say okay in CME.
Ashen?
Sorry, what was that? I think my internet lagged for a sec.
Basically, Willa switched to ZME and asked okay. Just.
Mia would say, yes, dearie. We need help with this. I don't think we can take him out on our own. Maybe we can get to him through his consciousness. He's clearly a remorseful soul, but
brainwash for my ass.
Willa, she's
But I don't
saying
think-
she's saying a lot of big words.
Yeah, I don't think she. Willa just kind of pats her on the shoulder. I'm like, never mind, see, too much. Never mind.
Seems that
Because she doesn't understand.
It seems that your three captors are currently having a conversation. Would you like to eavesdrop?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Deli, does your character speak caramel?
No, actually.
Okay. Then
Again, not enough.
funnily enough, only Willa would understand.
Okay.
The three of them are talking about if they manage to sell the three of you, what they're gonna do with the money. The top one, the guy Nogi, his dream is to marry a princess and throw a big party. The lady Nogi, her dream is to buy better weapons and get back to it and find better slaves to sell. Yusuf, the one caramel dude, the one who like came to give you guys gruel, his dream is to use the money he gets to buy back his mother, who was also sold as a slave.
Oh.
He's the weak link. Aim
Yeah.
for him.
Don't bet on it. We're like,
Do you say that?
yeah.
Then I think he'd throw a rock at you.
Did it hit her?
Do you want to roll, or should I'm fine either way.
Roll or what? Or just
Roll or let you decide, I guess.
okay? Maybe it just kind of grazes her or something.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, keep on going. I'm sure Thor would like to buy a battered, I don't know, merchandise.
He continues just like chatting with his companions, trying to ignore you, basically. The storm is really acting up at this point, and all of you will see some characters approaching, namely the ones on the left. Now, Show&Tell, do you think Seagull Anghel would pay attention to these characters coming up? Basically, I'm asking, do you think he would listen to them ahead of time or not, basically?
I think he's way focused on his sister, so maybe not.
Sure. And then, when these guys come into view, Anghel, you recognize one of them. Quiz for Show&Tell, can you guess which one Anghel recognizes?
The one in the middle?
Yep, the lady you all met in Ampho.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, okay.
Which lady? I know I saw her, I just don't remember.
It is this one.
Yeah, I mean, but who was she?
She tried to extort you guys, if you remember, for your gold coins. And she also drove off the raiders who came to sack the village. And she mentioned that she is the bodyguard of the Grand Vizier. So you can guess who the guy in front of her is.
The Grand Vizier. Ooh. What grand company.
Think Prime Minister, I guess, as an equivalent title.
Damn.
You hear the two. Anghel Seagull would hear, but also the three of you would hear the two figures in front, the Grand Vizier and a different important person, I guess, arguing. And the other person says, Your Excellency, you can't be serious. And the Vizier says, well, I am serious. Fuck the tradition. I'm taking the boat back to the capital. But you're supposed to go at the head of the army to parade your victory. And who's gonna criticize me, eh? His Majesty? Who cares what he thinks? Says the Grand Vizier. Your free captors, for context sake, have like stopped their conversation and they're like staring awestruck that basically a celebrity is coming next to them. What are the three of yours thoughts, reactions, etc.?
They were speaking in caramel, right?
Yep. But everyone would recognize the like important clothes and such.
I think Dragos would say, if Dragos notices, they would shout like, rich people on their way to buy us, are they? Like, good thing we're so valuable.
I think they ignore you because there's lots of shouting going on and you're speaking a language they don't care to understand.
Yeah.
I think Mia would just be praying.
Understandably so.
So wait, does Willen know? She doesn't know who it is. She doesn't know he's important.
He definitely looks important.
Oh, the conversation. The conversation makes it clear who he is, maybe.
The title Your Excellency definitely like narrows it down. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm just wondering if she is going to be awestruck or not at all. I think maybe not.
Yeah, and the other important person says, for goodness sake, at least take my ship then. And the Grand Vizier says, do you take me for a fool, Pasha? And the guy says, I'm saying at least you should, if you insist on going through with this plan, you should at least use a ship of our own fleet, not one captained by this person. And he points rather at the woman in the back who does not look like a caramel person. And the Grand Vizier says, I'm sure Captain Eloise Lago is perfectly trustworthy. What are you implying? And the other guy says, she's a traitor to her country. You can't trust her. And the Grand Vizier says, oh, I'm fairly sure she has no attachments to Tivia anymore, do you? And this lady, for the first time, speaks and says, no, fuck the bastards. See? Says the Grand Vizier. And the other guy says, fine, what are we going to do about Hassan's report? About the village, says the Grand Vizier. And he turned back to his bodyguard, the person that you all have met. By the way, feel free to interrupt me at any point. He turned back to his bodyguard, the person you guys have met, and he would say, well, Yildiz, you've dallied around that village, and do you trust this report? And she would say, Hassan's a drunkard and a moron. Don't trust him. And yet, what's with this hesitation? Is there something you're not saying? No, Your Excellency, no. I was just worried about something. Something that's... No, it's not, Your Excellency.
I think Dragos would, if it's okay to interrupt, Dragos would try and stand, if that's possible.
It is.
And they would shout to over to the rich people and say like, just like random like, oh hey, over here, like why don't you come by us?
I think most of them would ignore you, but the Grand Vizier would notice you and like make like a disgusted expression, probably like whisper under his breath, "Stupid cripples," and then he'd get like this almost like eureka moment, and he'd say to the guy that was next to him, Well, since you are so concerned about His Majesty, maybe a particularly fine slave as a gift would help smooth it over. And the other guy says, His Majesty already has plenty of slaves, you know. Well, not like these, I'm sure. And the Grand Vizier would come up specifically at you guys. The free soldiers who are next to you would like stand at attention rapidly and like dust their clothes off frantically. And the Grand Vizier's almost ignoring them. What are you guys doing?
Go ahead.
I kind of had something to say, but I don't know if it's relevant anymore. Like the other dude said, no, the Vizier said not like these, I think, right? So
I don't remember the context, if I'm being honest. The context in which I said
the
that.
slave, he has a lot of slaves that are not like these.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that Willa might say, yeah, not like these, because I'm...
I think one of the like, not the one who doesn't look you in the eye, but like the female Nogi, the one who said, oh yeah, I want to go back to a life of raiding. She'd like rush forward to like smack you in the back of the head to like prevent you from saying whatever you're planning on saying.
Bitch.
Oh, this one speaks caramel. Well, that's interesting, says the Grand Vizier. What's your name, girl?
Willa. I speak caramel because I'm not supposed to be here.
Your Excellency, please. She's not right in her head. I can provide you with the. This is the female soldier speaking.
Do you know what your soldiers are doing?
Enlighten me.
They murdered my family.
Such as war.
War against your own people?
Oh. Where do you come from, little girl?
Little girl. I don't remember.
The village is called Anghel, but like it's just like
oh, okay.
It's just like a random village on the map. I don't know if he would know it, if that makes sense. Even if he's passed through it, I don't think he'd remember the name.
He's saying I'm Rima. Would that make sense?
Sure.
I'm Rima. I'm part of your people.
I see. Well, this one's this one's a feisty one. How much for her? Says to the soldiers. The soldiers look a bit awestruck. And
shit.
The other nobleman who was with the Grand Vizier says, Your Excellency, if it's found out that, well, who is going to find out? What do you think? The Prince of Bogdania is gonna send a request to free just one slave? Pfft, people go missing all the time. How much for her? And they would begin to haggle, but feel free to interrupt.
I will tell you. I don't know. I will make sure people find out.
Ignore you, but the Grand Vizier says, say incidentally, can you read and write?
Only if I feel like it.
Oh, so you can. Oh, she'll make the perfect gift for His Majesty, don't you think? And the other nobleman says, Your Excellency, you're digging your own grave here. And he says, people go missing all the time. I keep telling you, Ahmed, stop it with all this pessimism. As you wish, Your Excellency. So, he turns to you, to Willa, and says, "Welcome to the." Go ahead.
Sorry. No, let him finish, I guess, and then sure.
welcome to the retinue of the Grand Vizier. I'm sure you live a far more privileged life than whatever crap hole you've been spawned of.
You'll regret this. I
Oh.
don't remember if we established that she knows that Angel's alive. Like, I don't know if she knows or not.
Was Anghel present when the kidnapping happened? I think he was, because that's when he lost his eye, I think, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think he was fighting,
I think Anghel was knocked unconscious, because the free soldiers would have probably finished the job, so they probably presumed that Angel's dead.
Exactly.
You tell me what conclusion Willa would jump to.
She might have thought that so too. I mean, all of her family was killed pretty much, so maybe she thinks... Oh, if she thinks she has no one left, though.
Except Joseph. Hint, hint.
True. That's true. I was just thinking that she might not want to necessarily come back there, you know. But maybe she will. Maybe she wants to check, like maybe she doesn't know for sure. She wants to check herself. What happened? Anyway, she said you'll regret this.
Yes, I'm sure I will. Well,
I will make it hell for your majesty.
You'll find that he prefers it that way. And he turns to the lady you guys have met previously, so his bodyguard, says, try to find a tutor for her, find someone who can teach her poetry, calligraphy, you know, the stuff his majesty likes. And the bodyguard, Yildiz, says, as you wish, your excellency. And, I guess what are Angel's thoughts as he's looking in? I will say, Eurymedon is cruel enough to make Anghel understand the various languages being spoken.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So it's not just like gibbering in unknown languages.
Sure, I didn't even think about that.
Anghel shrugs.
Can Anghel like actually interact with the dream, or is he just watching? Can you like try to fly to Willa or something?
I think because I'm thinking what like Eurymedon would allow you to do, and he's a cruel bastard. He would not allow you to like say perhaps attack the Grand Vizier in your seagull form or whatever, but he would allow you to like get close to Willa, but not like in touching distance, if that makes sense.
And not even, like, would she be able to pay attention to it? Like, notice it? Does he not exist?
Seagulls usually stay away from people. One who, like, gets close is definitely noticeable.
Okay, so Willa, looks at him, I guess. I don't know. Like, she just kind of looks at it, kind of puzzled.
The Grand Vizier notices this and says... Well, not quite a hawk, but maybe this will make a fine pet. It's rare that they don't run away from people. And the other nobleman says, "Your Excellency,
stay away from it." Willa says,
"Protective over a seagull now," says the Grand Vizier, and starts chuckling.
You have no respect for anything, do you?
Why should I? I'm the most powerful man in the most powerful country on this good earth. If anything, you should be showing more respect, little girl. You see the like other noblemen like grumbling in the background.
Grumbling? We'll see about that.
This is more or less where I was thinking of capping off the scene. So, is there anything else either the three of you or Seagull Anghel would like to do, say, whatever?
Like to say a lot, but unfortunately.
Mm.
So Angel's just like, I guess, flapping his wings frantically. If he can do that.
Yeah, sure. Of course you can do that. The Grand Vizier says, "It's a funny one, isn't it? You'll just try and start shooting it. Maybe it will start dancing." And the bodyguard starts loading her pistol with a sigh.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
Mia by this point would like look up at him like super like
Mia, by the way, doesn't understand what they're saying.
Oh, okay. She wouldn't do anything. She would still look like very unhappy and like miserable and looking up at them like a sad puppy, but she wouldn't say anything.
I think Dragos would like at one point Dragos would like shake their chains around maybe a little bit to get their attention. And obviously in Ziemi they would say like hey, like moneybags, if you come over here and untie me, I'll show you what I'm worth.
The Grand Vizier responds in Ziemi, says the cripple.
I think they're kind of Dragos is a little bit surprised that someone's actually understanding him for once, and they would respond, "Before I was a cripple, I was one of the best soldiers in the army. You and your
well, you're not
you
anymore.
All you rich people are the same. You don't know any like. It's not like you've seen combat. Like let me untie me and see what happens."
He thinks I haven't seen combat. Hey, little girl, do you value your companions here?
I do.
All right then.
What will you do with them?
He looks at Ilda's. Can I borrow your pistol for a second? Of course, Your Excellency.
Don't do that!
Points it at Dragos and says, "Why shouldn't I?" The free soldiers look like about ready to intervene because it's their property technically, but they stop because it's the Grand Vizier. And he notices that and says, "Oh, I'll compensate you no matter what. Don't you worry." So, little
I
girl.
don't even understand what they're saying. I don't care about them. Stop it.
That's not what you said before. He like cocks the gun, the like thing to like get it ready to shoot.
Who is he pointing?
You.
Is he point?
At
Oh,
you.
me. Oh, okay, sorry.
You're a monster.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Good. Sorry. What? So my arms are tied up. I assume.
No,
Oh, okay.
your legs are.
Or rather, my arm.
Shit.
I think Dragos would try and like grab the gun and like push it away from his face.
Okay. I think you do that where you achieve it with the element of surprise, but I think the bodyguard Yildiz would intervene and stab you to protect the Grand Vizier with her sword.
Oh my god. And obviously Dragos would like start coughing up blood, I guess.
He will say, "Well, that was unnecessary. I wasn't actually planning to shoot."
Monsters, all of you. What do you get out of this?
He looks at you and says, "Do you value your other companion?" Pointing at the old woman.
Willa closes her eyes. She doesn't know what to say. Like, it feels like, she's not gonna win either way. Just...
He points the pistol at her.
What? At Willa?
Not Willa, the old woman.
Oh. I'll do what you want. Just stop this.
There you go. He like hands the pistol back to his bodyguard, who like takes it awkwardly. The other nobleman just like shakes his head at the entire spectacle and like face palms. He clearly does not approve, but not like much he can say. And the Grand Vizier says, "So I ask again, no weapon in hand, do you value this companion?"
What do you want?
I want to make you comfortable, a little girl. So, do you want this one to come along, enjoy a life of luxury?
A life of what? Luxury, I guess you said?
I said luxury, yes.
Willa looks into Mia, what's her name?
Yes.
Into her eyes to kind of see. I mean, I think, like, she doesn't know.
Yeah, the conversation has been happening in a language Mia does not understand.
Yeah. I guess it's better than her being sold to who knows what. Yeah, okay. Will she come with me? She says to them.
Why not? Why not? And
Mia just looks very confused at everything. Like, what?
And he says to the free soldiers, "How much do I owe you? Sorry for the damage again. Obviously Muninn's character Dely's character rather is wounded. Is he dying or just wounded? I'm curious."
I was also curious.
I imagine because it's the Vizier probably dying.
Well, it's his bodyguard, but you know.
Yeah, as in like the bodyguard was guarding the Vizier is what I mean. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So probably dying. I feel like as well. Like, oh, but what about the lost value of the slave, etc. Dragos is a cripple, so like, wow, that feels horrible. That feels horrible saying out loud. But Dragos doesn't have an arm, so it probably wouldn't matter that he dies for the slave traders anyway.
The Grand Vizier is feeling generous, so he will pay more than full price for the quote-unquote damage.
Yeah, that's fine. I imagine he would be dying then.
I mean, it's like dying, but not yet dead. It's easy, like making noises. I know.
It is very gruesome.
Yeah, he's like coughing up blood.
Won't you do something at least to help him?
I
don't know who Willa shuts this at.
Yeah, the universe. The soldiers ignore Willa, so does the Grand Vizier. The other nobleman says, "At least put him down, don't let him suffer," to the bodyguard. And she says, "With all due respect, sir, I don't take orders from you." "Fine, I'll do it myself." And he like takes out his own pistol and prepares to shoot. Not to hurt Dely's character.
Stop.
As a mercy killing, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheat.
Willa, I guess, closes her eyes and kind of prepares herself for the shot or something.
Understand?
I think
Go ahead.
If Dragos could say any last words, they'd say like, "You cowards wouldn't even put a sword in my hand. Like, you wouldn't even kill me with dignity."
Funnily enough, the soldiers would ignore you, so would the Grand Vizier. The bodyguard would sigh, and the nobleman who's going to give you a mercy killing, he just says, "May God have mercy on you," as he shoots.
Fuck.
That's crazy.
So in the future, if we have any other Willa episodes, Ashen's character will show up. We'll have to think of a new one for Dely.
Jesus. It's brutal.
We're not fighting.
Yeah, truly.
I try to anyway.
What does the seagull do? Because I imagine he's not running away from the gunshot, which is surprising.
Maybe, but I think he does react. Maybe maybe he kind of jumps or flaps his wings again or something, trying to circle the area. Like, can he just like not get close? Like he tries. I'm sure he tries to get closer.
It's like it's almost like sleep paralysis. Like you want to do something, you're willing your body to do something, but you physically
doesn't.
can't. Yeah.
Wow.
Eurymedon is a bitch. Yeah.
So he's just as frantic as it can be, as close as it can be, and I guess, I think Rilla is maybe crying, but not like in a very, like she's trying to hide it, I guess.
Understandable.
But I think he notices anyway. And anyway, I don't know if he can do anything now.
Mm-hmm. In the seagull's mind, Eurymedon's voice would boom, as promised, little mortal. I won't allow them to leave harbor just yet. It'll continue storming. I'll wait just for the moment when you get here in person to drown them. Don't you worry. Just to the point where you can't do anything about it. Just like you did to my child.
I think Anghel is kind of like, really desperately just kind of like, maybe he's not even reacting at this point. He just listens to what he's saying, and he's just kind of paralyzed by the helplessness, I guess.
Again, it on like a pure physical level, it feels like sleep paralysis. Like you want to go there, but physically cannot.
Yeah.
I guess, do you think Willa would notice this bizarre seagull? Like, more so?
She might. As she kind of wiping her tears on her shoulder or something, she might, like, notice it again, kind of, and be like, and kind of narrow her eyes at it or something. Like, it's really bizarre.
Yeah, and I imagine especially bizarre since I imagine
I think you cut off.
Can you guys hear me?
Or is it just for me?
Oh shit!
1, 2, 3.
No.
Oh, fun. Fun.
Dang.
He's had enough. We had to cut
Maybe
him off.
Willa could. Oh.
Fun. Can you all hear me now?
By the way,
Ooh, that
That
was something at least.
yeah, something.
I don't remember exactly what. I do remember. I imagine it's a bit odd from Willa's perspective that this seagull, I imagine, is only looking at her and almost seems like trying to get to her, but for whatever reason it's not, I guess.
Okay, so if she notices that, maybe she's saying, or kind of whispering in a way that no one else would hear. Hopefully, she's saying like, "Who are you?"
Eurymedon would say to, in Anghel's mind, "Come on, tell her." And Seagull would be able to speak. Because Eurymedon is cruel. Eurymedon is cruel. He allows you to speak one word.
One word? Does Anghel know it's one word? I guess he says Willa or something. And he doesn't even, I don't know, what voice does this seagull speak in?
Seagull voice, I guess.
Okay.
I
So
want
he
to hear
doesn't even
that.
recognize, like it's not, she can, obviously she can recognize because Anghel doesn't speak. Never mind.
Fair. I think Eurymedon would say, okay, that's enough, and close off the vision now, unless there's something else you think should happen.
I wonder just, if that happens, I guess the seagull is still there. It's just maybe flies off right away or something. From Willa's perspective?
Probably. I imagine from Willa's perspective strictly, the seagull is probably like frantically beating its wings and trying to get her attention. And probably after yelling Willa and a couple seconds later, all of a sudden it just reverts back to normal seagull and goes to like catch some fish.
Damn, that's bizarre as hell. Like you just said her name. Jesus. But we don't like I want to kind of continue the scene, but I guess we don't see the rest of it. So
I suppose we don't. But I imagine Willa will show up again in the future. So
yes, please.
As we switch back to our typical view, I would propose, because this has been happening while Anghel has been sleeping. Ashen, I imagine Illona cat is out hunting?
Yeah.
I would propose that maybe we have a view of what Muninn stumbles across before we end the session.
Hell yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Before Muninn gets close, could Muninn try to light up the spear?
Yes, they may. Can I get a careful roll from you, Deli, and please say out loud what you get?
Yes. Yes. I got a 3.
That is sufficient for you to hold the spear. Normally, I would ask you to roll for like every round of combat, but I'm not going to do it here because combat is different from traveling. Because in combat, you'd be using the spear and like waving it around. While you're traveling, you're just like holding it in a position. You do look like a horseman of the apocalypse to the untrained eye, which is all the more terrifying given the circumstances.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you make your way following the road undisturbed. There's no one else on the road because it is the middle of the night. And as you continue rushing, you realize that the big fire is coming from the city of New Spring.
Oh damn. If I get closer, can I see like if there's any commotion?
You do. The closer you get, the more like sounds you hear, particularly of people screaming.
Oh damn. I'll keep riding towards the city of New Spring until I see something like probably until I see anything that could be causing like all of the fire and all of the screaming. I mean, I guess the screaming is because of the fire, but maybe.
As you get closer, in the center of town, you do see a gigantic figure stand up on hind legs, a figure of a wolf, illuminated by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That went well for them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing Anghel doesn't know, but for now.
Show&Tell, do you remember what I told you in private?
Why are you talking? What?
I will mention it again after.
I mean, right. I mean, what you did during the session?
No, not during the session. The different thing.
Okay. I'm confused. Sorry.
I cannot say it out loud because it is a spoiler for everyone else.
Okay. I'll try. I tried to look. Sorry.
No worries.
Go on.
Muninn, do you get closer to the Inferno? Or is that far enough?
I think Muninn would like rein in their horse and like stop and just like they would lower their spear and like sort of look on and like to the fire just to like before they do anything else they would just like sit there and like watch for a minute.
It looks brutal, and you do hear and see this like giant figure illuminated by your flames just destroying the city.
I think Muninn feels a little bit torn. Something is telling them to not literally, but something is telling them to like ride in and like try and spear the wolf with their spear. But I think they're smart enough to know that like that's not a very wise decision. Maybe like could Muninn like dismount from their horse?
Sure.
And then I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but maybe Muninn would like walk closer towards the fire and towards the village and everything.
Again, you're still fairly far away. You're seeing this because it is a gigantic wolf and a gigantic fire, so you're still like probably like a couple kilometers away.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe Muninn could try throwing the spear and like and then trying to kill the wolf like from a distance, but like
Couple
if they're not,
kilometers. Okay.
yeah. No, not if they're that far away. I'm not sure what Muninn would do. I think it's probably a good idea to like just get back on their horse and like ride and maybe like start riding back to where Illona and Ashen are.
Illona and Ashen.
Yes,
Wait, what? Oh, sorry.
Me, myself, and I.
I meant Illona and Anghel.
the artist Ash Payne stuff teleports into this world ready to fight a giant wolf.
Where the fuck am I?
As you start turning away, you hear a sudden howl of pain as the curse of bad luck that you all bestowed on the wolf finally takes effect, as it stumbles and impales itself accidentally on a beam, killing itself, but not before destroying the city of New Spring. And I'll put a map on screen.
I guess, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't protect anyone.
Worth it.
Anyway, Teeironor, I think I know what you meant, but I mean, Anghel doesn't know this, right?
He does not know.
Okay.
He definitely does not.
Assuming that, because I think Muninn was turned away, I think Muninn would hear the cry and like breathe a sigh of relief, like because they would assume like, oh well, the wolf must be dead, but like. So at least it can't do more damage, even though it has done probably as much damage as it could have done.
I mean, just look at the map.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's nothing. It's easy.
Yeah.
So, as Muninn returns to Anghel and Illona, do you guys think this is a good spot to end today's session?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was a fun session.
Yeah, what
it
an
was
adventure. Holy
awesome.
shit.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I have to say, it was so much fun hearing like show and tell, being able to speak with the character.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I had to get used to it. It was
Yeah, it was cool to be fair.
It was really cool.
We get to know
I
Will.
mean-
I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, oh my god. I hope I did her justice.
You did great.
Yeah, you did brilliant.
Oh, I just noticed, Ash, that you made artwork in the middle of the episode. Can I showcase it?
Yeah, so cool.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Sure.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was just
And-
such an epic visual that I have to get this out. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god.
Deli, which Horseman of the Apocalypse is Muninn? Don't remember. It's war, famine, plague, and something else.
I think death is the last one.
Death, yeah.
I would like to say death, but I feel like that's such a basic bitch answer. I feel like death is probably appropriate though, because like they wear all black and everything.
Wait, which one is the black horse? Because I think that will answer our question.
I'm just gonna Google it.
Me too.
It's the black horse.
The third horseman rides a black horse. It's Famine. Famine.
Ah, Famine. That's pretty cool. I like Famine.
Interesting. Yeah, I was also really, really happy that that Show&Tell finally got a speaking role.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a little bit sad that person Illona did not show up during this episode, during our return, but I imagine she will next session unless you guys like spend the entire night chasing her again.
Let's do that.
Let's hope not.
But yeah, thoughts on today's episode. I guess there's two big events: New Spring, Burning, and Division.
Yeah. New Spring, Burning, and the Vision. Yeah, I think it's a really good. It's like it's been worth the wait in my opinion. Like coming back to Rimlen. It's like I think it's been a good session back. If you know what I'm saying.
Like epic. An
Definitely.
epic way to return.
Yeah, definitely.
And like to know that it paid off with the witch and everything, like sort of paid off. Like half the whole village burned down, but that's like side effects, you know. At least the wolf is dead, you know.
Yeah.
More
I
than-
guess you can take down more villages, so that's something.
Yeah, exactly. We're the heroes here, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
more than half, but yeah. And thoughts on the Vision. I think that went pretty well, and I think everyone got into their roles pretty well given the circumstances, and that was on very much short notice.
I think that was
So
amazing.
cool.
It was really
It's
nice
so-
to like experience like the cruelty of the world from a different perspective than like the characters we play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys can be
Yeah.
very casual about it sometimes.
We got used to it. What can I say?
Yeah, we're so desensitized to this. Burning Village, whatever.
Yeah. Dude, we gotta cope with the consequences. We can't just like put this on ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
will-
god.
I will say something that I found pretty interesting. Is that I quite liked playing a character. It was cool playing a character from a different perspective of the world, right? I also really liked the idea of not having to worry about, because obviously when you play like D&D or like Fate or anything or any kind of game, you don't want your character to die.
Mm.
It was kind of fun playing a character where it's like, oh well, if I die, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I
I
can
feel
see
like
that.
if Muninn was chained up and tied up like that, they wouldn't be as chirpy as Dragos was, you know.
Mm. Also, still gotta say it one more time. That name is so fucking epic.
Oh,
Yeah, it really was.
thank you
It's
very
like a
much.
perfect fit for him. He wouldn't bend down for anything.
Yeah,
He stood to the end.
thank you. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, I thought he was cool.
Yeah, I love the personalities of the two of them. Like I don't know, you
Yeah.
played them so well. It was fun.
Yeah, it was cool. All three of us together as a dynamic. It was cool.
I guess for context, Deli, again, we were entirely on the same wavelength for the character, so what Deli envisioned for the character, I also envisioned for the character, so no further explanation needed, I guess.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
For Ashen, you were a little bit more brief, I guess. But you did like play the role, I guess, of what I had in mind. The character, like this old woman, what I had in mind for her was that she is a former nun, so that's why Ashen was praying all the time. And former nun, well, first off because she was captured, but second off because she was in a secret marriage and she got captured while going off to see her spouse.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Oh, damn.
Or
That sucks for her though.
Yep.
So she has someone waiting for her too. Well, I guess everyone has.
Yeah.
Dragons have a family?
We do not establish that because we were like working on footnotes. But what do you think, Deli?
Probably, maybe. I'm not
Oh
sure.
no.
It wouldn't be unheard of. Maybe Dragos had a few families in a few villages. You know.
Oh my god, okay.
A fuck boy.
Yeah. Fuck.
Sure. As for the other, what were your guys' thoughts on the other characters in the scene, like the NPCs? Do you need me? If you guys want, I can switch you back to that other screen so you can see if you guys want.
Well, the nobleman guy was kind of... Maybe Willow should have tried talking to him, but I don't think it would have helped. Because obviously the vizier is the one who makes the decisions.
Yeah. He did sort of seem against buying
Yeah, he was against everything, like
Wow.
everything bad that happened there. I just...
yeah. Definitely. He was interesting. It was cool to see in my notes it says the lady we met in Ampho. Obviously I don't know her name.
Yildiz, I'll type that in chat.
You.
Oh, I like barely remember her. Like I remember that I saw her.
I mean, she last showed up in like episode 3, so I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Like I recognize her face, but beyond that,
Oh, that's a cool way of spelling it.
yeah.
It means star in Turkish.
Well, how nice.
I
Yeah.
love seeing old characters. Like the other week when we saw
Julius?
Julius, yeah. That was really cool. Because it's
Yeah,
like
for sure.
yeah.
I do intend on tying up everything together. Speaking of old stuff, I guess 2 things. Ashen, did you recognize one of the people?
Which one are you referring to?
I mean, they said the sailor or something was Tivian? I don't know. If that has
Oh
anything
yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah. Was it? Can I say the name?
Eloise Lago is the name.
Yes, 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 yes. Dude, I'm so happy about that. I was gonna mention it before, but like, I kind of forgot because I got so caught up with the wolf story.
Yeah.
That's so cool. She's making an appearance, and she's here. She's in this universe. Holy shit.
And she is serving the enemies of Tivia. Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's cool. Ooh.
Are we supposed to know who she is from Ilona's story or not?
Ilona has
Like-
never mentioned that name, so if the name would come up to Anghel and Muninn, they would not know what the name is. But it's up to
Okay.
Ashen if she wants to like share above board knowledge. I leave it entirely up to her.
Yeah, sure. Like, if you remember the dude that Illona killed to save her friend, who was like
Mhm.
trapped in a really weird marriage, that's her that she saved. So that's Illona.
Yeah, it's a friend. I was wondering. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I
Cool.
thought as
Okay.
much.
Ilona would sacrifice anything for this lady.
Damn, and she's here.
Yes, finally!
Also, if you'll remember on the other screen, there were 3 ships in the background. 2 of them had like Turkish, aka caramel names, and one of them had a Spanish name. So go figure.
Hell yeah.
Does Anghel know where this was? Did he recognize the place? No, of course not. But like,
Not personally, but I'm trying to decide if Euromedon will like subconsciously inform Anghel.
because he wants him to get there, right?
Yeah. I need to think about it. Genuinely.
Okay.
It's a good question, though. I do need to think about it.
Because like I just like wonder because we're making our way to St. Pierre's right now, so I don't know. Like,
I mean, funnily enough, the Vizier did mention, because your plan to go to when going to St. Paris was to ask the prince for help. And the vizier said, well, it's not like the prince is gonna care about
Yeah.
money."
I was like, oh wait, you don't know this for a fact. I wasn't sure what we were talking about, but I figured it was like, supposed to be like a kind of ironic remark.
And speaking of callbacks, your Anghel's native village was discussed briefly. Because Hassan, the guy who tried to rob the village, apparently submitted a report. And the Grand Vizier, if you guys remember, asked Yıldız, well, what do you think? And she said, well, Hassan's full of shit, but maybe there's something. But nah, probably not. But there were these weird people, but probably not.
Yeah, like I realized they were talking about Anghel, but I just didn't really understand what they meant by anything they said.
If you
I don't know.
guys remember from like the very early sessions, the like Nogi raiders did see the undead and all that.
Oh, Hassan was one of the Nogi, like was the leader of them or something?
Yep.
Oh, he was like, they were like the first people we fought or something? I don't
Almost fought, but yeah. Well, the first people you fought were the people holding Julius hostage, but you know what I mean.
The one we broke the hand of. Who was that?
One of the not Nogi, but a local bandit.
Oh, okay. So that was something else. Okay.
Yeah, lots of callbacks, but I'm not just doing it for the like remember factor. I'm doing it because contextually that stuff would happen, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool that we like somehow get to know about things that we wouldn't otherwise know about, I guess.
Thoughts on the free soldiers, I guess.
Well,
The 3 soldiers.
The
ones that were selling it.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one wants to marry a princess, one wants to buy better weapons so she can do her job better, and one wants to buy his mother from slavery.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry, you go.
Oh, yeah, I just, like, Illona pointed out that he was, like, the weak link or something. But, like, on the other hand, like for him, that was probably why he couldn't look Willa in the eye, because he knows what it's like.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he lost someone to slavery. But on the other hand, you know, that's his way to get her back. So, I guess that's why he reasons to himself that it's, I don't know, a fair or justified what he's doing. So it was like, I don't know if, yeah, we didn't have time to try to really talk to him or something, but you know, after Willa, I guess, knew that part about him. But I don't know if it would have worked anyway. I probably wouldn't have, because probably yes.
Probably not, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested. Going back a little bit, what are your plans for the cat situation?
Personally, for me, or
Everyone.
Like long term or right now?
Mid to long term. Like after Illona presumably returns to her normal self, are you guys planning to like get rid of the cat figurine, or what are you guys' intentions?
I think we talked about this a little. Like, Lana, I think, said that she would supposedly get rid of it, but actually hold on to it or something.
Yeah.
I think.
For me, it depends on like how I wake up the next day. If like I wake up with no rest, like I was up living the cat life, I would probably be like, oh shit, this isn't worth it, I'm so sleepy. But if not, I would probably be like, yeah, this is nice, let's do this.
Funnily enough, like cats require a lot of sleep, so funnily enough, even though you would spend a lot of energy hunting, 90% of the time during this night, you'll probably be sleeping. Illona
Okay.
Cat would.
Nice. So anyway, as far as I think Anghel and maybe Muninn are concerned, we probably want to get rid of that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll manage that
You can try
was
your best. You
against
won't
him
see.
as well.
I was just thinking Muna would probably want to get rid of it, but something I literally just thought of. It would be pretty cool to like. It would be pretty cool if Illona could find a way to control it, so that she could be even more stealthy than she already is. Because like, you try to steal something from somewhere, like no one's gonna suspect a cat, right?
I like the way this is going.
Yeah.
To be
That
fair,
could be kind of cool.
to be fair, how much can a cat carry though?
True. But then if she can like again if she can control it, she can be a cat, go into the room with all the shiny things, become a human again, and then depending on how it works with like her possessions and everything, she could become a cat again. And like if
But
her
it only
possession-
happens at night.
Yeah. But if she can control it, like at any time she wants.
That would definitely be interesting, but
Yeah.
it's a question of whether we can do that.
Yeah,
She can
exactly.
do that.
Yeah.
We will see.
Interesting. Yeah.
We will see. I do find the mental image of Illona waking up probably naked at the top of a tree in her human form.
Fair enough.
I'm joking. Illona will have her clothes because you guys didn't find Ilona's clothes, so they're still on her. But yeah, I do find the mental image funny.
Yeah, no, that would have been great.
The fucking like mouse in my mouth or something.
Yeah.
The fuck is this taste? What?
I mean, you do like squirrels already. I don't know.
True.
I mean, of course they're not.
Yeah.
They're
uh,
roasted. Man.
raw.
Roasted. Yeah.
Yes, there will be aftertaste. I'll say that much.
Damn. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Is there a habit of brushing your teeth? Probably not, right? I don't know. Maybe to the royalty?
Damn it.
No, nobles or
Yes.
something?
Yes, there would be, but since Ilona's been in exile for so long, I don't think she would have had access to that stuff.
That
But
makes
she was
sense.
like still like with her teeth or something. With her finger or something, like scrub away every day. You know?
You can do that. Yeah, it will to like the untrained eye, it will look almost like a child like picking at their teeth. But yeah, we know why Ilona's doing it.
I wonder if Anghel ever caught her doing that, being like, she's scary every day.
Mhm.
Is this some sort of like demonic ritual she's doing? What is this?
You accidentally think like one of her fingers is a bone or something.
Hmm.
I think you cut off a little there, but
Yeah.
never mind.
Never mind. But yeah. I don't know. Are there any other thoughts on this session before we go into our usual shoutouts?
Not for me, I think. It was really fun though. Great session. Good to be back.
Mhm.
Yeah, same here.
Totally.
I agree. Then, once again, thank you, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these people are up to. The dice apparently say that we should start with Dely and see what they are up to and what they are doing. Could you please go ahead, Dely?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. I'm Dely. Outside of these wonderful sessions, I'm a Goblin VTuber on Twitch. You can find me over there. DelyGob's the name, speeds my game. At the moment, I'm on Twitter, but let's see how that goes because every 5 minutes, it feels like there's something wrong with that damn website. So if you can't find me on Twitter, then you can find me on my card, which I actually think is linked on screen.
It is linked on screen and in the description.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to replace Twitter with, like, for channel purposes. So, shrug. I guess.
Same here. Tumblr's the closest replacement I've found, but I don't know how likely that will be, you know.
We'll see. We'll see. But do check Deli out. They stream a lot, at least lately, and the streams are fun. Thank you very, very much, Deli. Next, according to the dice, we would have Show&Tell. Show&Tell, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, I am. I'm Show&Tell, and I have a Patreon for reactions, and well, I keep saying that. Never mind. I'll wait until I actually do something, and then I'll tell you. So for now, that's it.
Looking forward to it, regardless. But yeah, do check out Show&Tell's Patreon. She puts an insane amount of work into it. Thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. Next, we would have Ashen. Ashen, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yep. I'm Ash, and outside of this, I have an Instagram where I post art stuff mostly. So I do all sorts of mediums, digital, like paper, canvas, whatever. So if you're into art or want to commission something, I'm there for you. Check me out.
Do check her out. I would highly recommend it. And thank you very, very much, Ashen. I, dear viewers, was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series. I also do another series set in the Warcraft universe. It's currently on hold because one of our players is temporarily unavailable, but I will let you all know on Twitter, I guess, for lack of a better place, when and if it comes back. Well, not if, I know it will, but when, rather. So do stay tuned there. I don't I don't post on Twitter often, so please don't be afraid to follow. I will not break your rate limit if that's still a thing by the time this video airs. Anyway.
You never know.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't. Either way, thank you once again, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We should be back next week, but as usual, I'll let you all know again on Twitter if for whatever reason we have to delay an episode. But either way, we will see you then. Goodbye, everybody.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.